Well,
Okay.
shall we begin, Wilbur?
Uh, yes, we shall.
Yeah, we don't need that. We're just going to jump right in. Hey, yeah. uh, let's see. I guess I need to bring up a picture of the man, the myth, the legend, in a way. Uh, that way you'll know who I'm talking about. Let's see. How do we want to do
Alrighty.
that? Let me take that off there so we don't get any echo. There we go. Hello, and it is Hump Day.
Hello,
Uh,
Emmanuel Leo
to tell you
76.
to
Hello.
tell you the truth, I didn't know if Bob Burns was still alive or not. I've talked about him occasionally. Um, he was 90 years old. Uh, he played a gorilla in numerous TV shows and movies, but he was the biggest collector of movie and TV props in the world.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember you talking about him before.
Mhm.
So he's probably gonna have a bunch of stuff going up on auction or something soon, huh?
Here it goes. There we go.
Oi, oi, Carrie. Saveloy.
Oi, oi, Carrie, Emmanuel in the house, 76. Hello, coming in. I've been watching for over some minutes now. Nice stream. Well, we just did. Hello, can you see my chats? Absolutely, we can see
Yeah,
your
we can
chat.
see you.
We've been doing this Shadow Hawk here. Hello and happy Hump Day, my esteemed co-host. Uh, I dropped in here. Recommend this short YouTube video on pressing and cleaning comic books. It's probably the best one that I've seen. Um, and there's the link for it right there in the chat. Unfortunately, that link is for the mobile app. My username, okay, is Emmanuel or something like that. 778. Okay. Uh, I will love to join your live stream whenever you're streaming. Mind adding me on Discord? I don't mind adding you on Discord. I really don't do much on Discord myself, but um, we do. I have been streaming to Twitch every day. Of course, we do a daily show at 4 Central, 5 Eastern every day for a couple hours. Right now, we're talking about Bob Burns passing away. Great film historian. You can see him there in his gorilla suit when he was on the original Busters back 1975 on Saturday mornings. And,
Yeah,
he's sitting there in the time machine from the Time Machine movie.
yeah, yeah.
And
H.G.
then that aperture he's holding up is one of the King Kong apertures
Oh, very cool.
used in the King Kong movie of 1933, I think.
Was it 33?
I
Yeah,
should know that.
30,
Yeah.
32 or 33, one or the other.
There we go. We are glad you joined us, and oi oi, Savaloy Carrie, it's good to see you as well. And we have more than just these two individuals watching us, but no need to share this next part. But Bob Burns, he was born in 1935. So he was the age of my mother, who's 90 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, he was a legendary actor, film historian, and archivist, famous for his massive collection of horror and sci-fi movie props showcased in his Bob's basement, which included iconic items from King Kong and Alien. He was also known for his acting roles like the Tracy the Gorilla in Ghostbusters 1975 and his collaborative work with special effects artists like Paul uh, Blasdale, I think, helping preserve cinematic history, Burns recently passed away at age 90, leaving behind a vital legacy of saving movie memorabilia. Absolutely. Um,
Yeah, for sure.
Largest in the world.
That's wild.
They have him passing away yesterday on Wikipedia.
Ah, okay.
Bob Burns the third, apparently. I guess this was uh, just trying to. Bob's Basement is the informal name to Burns' collection of props, costumes, and uh, come on, hard pop up. There we go. Um, Costumes and other memorabilia. The New York Times stated that it could be described as the premier film museum in Los Angeles area, though it is not open to the public and has no regular hours. Notable contents include the last surviving 18-inch armature model used in the animation sequences of the original 1933 King Kong movie, costumes
Oh
from
wow.
several of the Republic film picture serials in the 1940s, including Rob Barcroft's costume from the Purple Monster Strikes, masks from several different movies made by special makeup effects creator Rick Baker, uh,
Oh, very nice.
a 7-time Academy Award winner for makeup, and the original time machine prop from the George Powell film of the same name. Burns has one of the largest private collections of memorabilia from the Alien franchise. A short documentary about its collection was included in the 2003 Alien Quadnology DVD collection,
Got me.
something like that. Yeah. Yeah, I mean his collection is just wow, off the charts. If I've actually was made aware of that on some DVD I have, where he takes you through and shows you props from sci-fi movies
Oh,
back
cool.
in the 50s and all, just
Nice.
awesome. Um he let's see his let's see okay. So his this will blow you away. His film credits are Invasion of the Saucer Men, 1957, Lemon Grove Kids Meets the Monster, 1965, Rat Fink a Boo Boo, 1966, Superman versus the Gorilla Gang, 1965. He played Kogar the Gorilla. The Future Adventures of Major Mars, 1976. The Ghostbusters as Tracy, as we mentioned, with Forrest Tucker and Larry Stork, which was on CBS, 1975. But he's only credited as Tracy. But yeah, he did that role. Um, and they were on the F Troop together. Remember Forrest Tucker and Larry Stork?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
The Further Adventures of Major Mars, 1976. He played Major Mars. It's uncredited. But Robot Monster Special Edition, 1982, which was a TV thing. Drive, 1997. Doctor played a doctor and co-pilot. Um, Invasion Earth, the aliens are here, 1988. MUFO, alien creature with elephant's trunk. Okay.
Hmm.
Mac
Okay.
Mac Tonight character puppeteering for promotion for McDonald's television commercials, 89 to 90. Wow. So he
Oh
was
yeah, you remember those old Mac Tonight commercials?
oh
Yeah.
yeah, definitely, yeah. He was character puppeteering for those commercials. Forrest J. Ackerman's, of course we know,
Sheldon,
huh?
Sheldon was asking who we were talking about. I was just gonna let him know. It's Bob Burns,
Yeah,
famous
Bob Burns.
actor and collector.
Yeah, he'll probably be known probably more for his acting than anything he ever did because he kind of took a back seat. I mean, he wasn't, he looked like the guy next door, no, instead of a Hollywood person, but that would dress up and do characters and stuff. But um, Forrest Ackerman, of course, he did the horror magazine for Famous Monsters and is credited with the term sci-fi. Another big collector of like TV and movie memorabilia, but he was played himself in that. Forrest J. Ackerman's Amazing World of Science Fiction and Fantasy, 1991. It went direct to video. The Vampire Hunters Club, 2001, went to video. He just played Bob. The Universe According to Universal, 2002, DVD extra. It Came from Outer Space. Monster Kid Home Movies, 2005, video. Various rows. The Alien, the Monster. Skies Falling, Making the World, War of the Worlds, 2005, DVD extra. The Naked Monster, 2005. Admiral Burns, Tracy the Gorilla. King Kong, 2005. He was, I did not know he was in that. He was a New York bystander in that movie. And who did Lord of the Rings? The director? I think I lost my co-host. Oh, he's backstage. Okay. Who did Lord of the Rings? Hey, Sheldon. Shadowhawk?
Yep, I'm back.
Okay. Who directed Lord of Peter Jackson? Thank you, Sheldon.
Yeah.
I was drawing it. I was drawing a blank there. Yeah. So Bob Burns was in his King Kong as a New York bystander. I'll have to look for him now.
Oh yeah. He did the what was it? 2000, somewhere in the early 2000s. The
2005.
new King Kong.
Yeah.
Yeah,
2005. Yeah. I've been meaning to rewatch that version anyway. Dark and Shadow,
I
Stormy
actually like
Night,
that one.
2009. Corgo the Gorilla
Hmm.
and The Lovely Bones, 2009. He was a mall shopper. So I guess 2009 was his last role. But
Oh,
audio commentaries, he did a lot. Wow. The Creature Walks
really?
Among Us, The Fly 2, Frankenstein, 1970, Godzilla
Mm,
Raids Again. Wow. The Mummy,
cool.
with film historians Rick Baker and others. Revenge of the Creature, The War of the Worlds, The White Gorilla, and The Bride and the Beast. So he had a lot of audio credits as well.
No, that's awesome.
Well, rest in peace, Bob Burns. I just learned of that right before the show. And yeah, a lot of people don't know who Bob Burns is, but man, um, I who knows what his will read, Shadowhawk, if it'll be go to somebody. I mean, he's got a massive collection in LA.
That's
Big
what
ass.
I'm saying. I mean, I don't know, if he's got
Hey,
kids
Bone.
to leave it to, or if a lot of it's going to get auctioned off, or what's going to happen with that.
Yeah. Hey, Bone. Bone's in the house.
Hey, boom, what's happening?
I got a bone to pick with you. No,
Got a
no, I
phone.
really don't. Actually, of course, for the 43, which is dealing with World War II, right? I've been doing
Mhm.
some like research here and there, bits and pieces on YouTube, and wherever I can find information, right, of like the Nazi secret projects and different things. I think probably more has been made out of that, probably in comic books, if you think about it. If you think about that,
Mhm.
because Victor got the spoils. I mean, just even us, in the golden age fighting the Nazis, but in afterwards, it just keeps cropping up, and then especially like 20 years after the war during the 60s,
Mhm.
there were still like Hogan's Heroes and other shows that like Star Trek. Star Trek even went to a planet that followed the Nazi model. You remember that
Mhm.
episode?
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah, I remember that.
so I mean,
Well, even in the '60s, but they were
yeah,
still
that's what I
trying to
said.
track down the war. But I'm saying they were still trying to track down some of those guys that had escaped.
Oh
Germany.
yeah.
All the
Oh
way up
yeah.
into the 70s, I think.
Oh yeah. I think there's still people looking for. I mean,
Yeah, that's probably not nobody
there's.
left at this point, but
Well, I mean, you say that, but what did we cover yesterday? The stand-in for Judy Garland that's 106 years old.
well, that's what I'm saying. But that's the rare occasion
Gonna be
out of
old. You're gonna be geriatric, yeah, but yeah.
yeah.
But I mean,
Uh,
still, that doesn't stop them. They still want them to pay for their crimes. Now, a judge nowadays would
oh no,
probably go,
yeah,
"Well, he's such poor health, we're not going to imprison him," as if prison's inhumane. Uh, it's there's
yeah. So was the Nazi regime, but whatever.
yeah, so was the concentration camps, right?
Yeah.
Anyway,
No,
Saboteur,
those were lovely vacation places.
hey
Hail
Saboteur,
Saboteur.
don't ever change your icon. I love it. Uh, Anything from topic list to show Rex? I was lurking and feel bad for DMH, but like he said, lesson learned. I don't know what that
I don't know
means.
what happened to Luke.
Um, oh, you know what? I got a smack. I was over on the other browser where I couldn't hear it, but I saw
Oh,
Flying Feline say F Shadow Mare, so I didn't get to hear that total thing. Uh, what's the topic? Timothy
no.
also says it's a variety show. Tim, if you've never figured that out, we talk about a plethora of things.
Yes, we do.
Yes, I do. Um, yes, I
Well,
have one
wasn't
completed
that was
drawing,
the
inking, and coloring. Huh?
I could be mistaken, but I think that was the guy Luke was working with on his first book, right? Or the
It
publisher or something.
was, yeah.
Uh,
Somebody gave person he worked with on Mercenary Guild didn't treat Luke well. Yeah, I mean they didn't give him copies of his own book.
are you shitting
Come
me?
on,
God damn, fucking
you know.
cheap people.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I
I mean,
guarantee
that's the
you,
least you
what
can do.
support it got because of Luke,
Oh yeah,
pretty much.
for sure.
You know, and we
Yeah, he
gave
was
them
out there humping, man,
we gave them
doing
on
all.
twice, one time for three and a
Hmm.
half hours. That's
Yeah,
above and beyond. Trust me,
yeah,
that's
he was
above and
out there working hard to sell that book, man. I
that,
mean,
that's
you
how
know,
much we like Luke. Uh, just
oh
saying.
yeah, love Luke and Jason. Love them both.
I wouldn't have done that otherwise. I did it for his sake. But we had Shadow Mayor once with Luke on, I believe. The only time he's been over here, of course, he's busy doing other things on his own channel with
Well, I hope they at least, you know, paid him what they owed him and stuff. I mean, I don't know what they mean by he was not treated well. Well,
yeah. Luke won't work with him again. Yeah. Inkspot sent
yeah.
him copies of the book, so he's got copies of the book. Um, and that's got to be a good feeling to get the book that you worked on. You were the principal artist, you know, to
I
ever
mean,
get.
yeah, the least you can do is send your artist like 5 copies. That's I mean, come on.
Absolutely. I mean, we're talking 25, $30 there, maybe print cost, come on. If
Yeah,
your artist isn't worth that, of course, I'm going to go broke sending all my artist copies.
yeah, yeah. You got a lot of artists.
I got a lot of artists, but that's how I show my appreciation. Um, yes, Carrie, I did a Geo piece with like his Inferno blaster. Yes, I'm calling it that. Okay. Um, it's
Ooh,
basically when Geo puts his hands together because I did this piece on my draw stream on the channel where he had like was funneling up the lava or whatever from the rock, the heat,
right.
whatever, and also blast vision there, whatever. So I did this one on my draw stream, and so I thought, well, if he can do two sort of funnel shapes on his hands, he could and he can control rock. He could take his rock hands and make it into one big apparatus, right? So
Oh, yeah.
there we go.
Like
We've
a
got the sort of
A
side view,
magma cannon.
top view, a magma cannon. Yeah,
Nice. Cool.
yeah. Just where his hands are combining into a big, you know, and give you a top view and a side view how that works. With
Very
the
cool. I
hands.
like it. I
Yeah,
like
it
the
was a
little
lot.
cutaway you did there, Rex. That's good. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a
The little,
study,
yeah.
to show. Yeah.
Hmm.
And by
Little
doing that
cutaway
small one,
views.
I said, that was pretty small to work on. This size. This is actually the head sketch size, so you can do full figures, but it's a little small. So I went with the little larger ones that I've been doing. The head sketches on some of the larger ones that some backers will be getting. There's a Geo, and then there's a Morgan behind here, so a little bit larger area
Hey,
to
hold
work on
on.
without being really big. Uh, Yeah, there's
Welcome,
Justin Belmont.
Justin.
His birthday coming up here pretty soon. He's got a few more days before we get there. It's good to see you, Justin. It's about to blow. Yeah. Is he cupping his balls? I don't know, Carrie. Mailing nightmare that confused the shit out of me. Mail destined for Tennessee, end up in Florida. Inkspot sent him the
Oh,
copy, but knows not to work with them again. Yeah. Um,
wow. That's a shame. That
You
first book
didn't
was
mail
pretty
something
decent.
to Elsie in Tennessee and it wound up in Florida, did you? Hope not.
I don't know.
I
Oh,
mean, this
is Elsie here yet? I let him know I sent his package out today after work. So
okay. All right. Well, I did send him the link, so maybe he'll come in a little bit later.
yeah, he's probably picking up his daughter or granddaughter or something right now. If he's
I
not
thought
here, he's usually out running some errands.
tomorrow we're going to have Godfo Universe, but it won't be on the 4 o'clock shadow to accommodate them. It'll be at 7 Central, 8 Eastern. So
Right.
about an hour after the show ends, uh, I don't know who's going to be there, if it's going to have both of members, the Godfellow, the artist, and the writer. I don't know, but it'll be a lot of fun. They've got a new uh, Kickstarter and Fund My Comic, and it is live now at Fun. And I believe the links are down in the description of this video here. I added them to this one as well. Um,
Very nice.
uh, so we will be talking. I'm afraid I don't have the uh, let's see the name. Just a couple clicks. Kolga. Uh, it's called Biofile Kolga Volume 2. So there's already been a Kolga number 1. This is the follow up,
Yeah.
number 2. Uh,
Okay.
so we will talk all about that with them Thursday night. So Shadowhawk, I already sent you the link for that and labeled it,
Yep.
Godfall link.
I yep. I saw that on my Insta, so I'll be ready for tomorrow. I can probably pop in for a little bit.
A little bit, say hi. Yeah, I know you got to get ready for bed and stuff like that. You know,
Yeah.
but yeah, 7's not that long, not that late. Um,
No,
but
no, I can do 7 o'clock.
yeah, we had fun over on Topicless. Of course, we always do. Drawing, and then I went over to Tokamai's channel after that to Hilljack Happy Hour, which is every other week. I hadn't done it for a couple weeks, so I went in and was just lingering long, and it's always chaotic over there. It's one of the most chaotic shows you've ever seen. So
Yeah.
I didn't have much to say, you know. Uh, and I was actually kind of scanning and doing research and stuff like that. Uh, but yeah, I plan on going to the printers tomorrow and talk to um, Callie, the one of the two or three graphic designers there and
Mm,
um, tell her I sent her a file yesterday with the remaining trading cards to be done in the magnet. Uh, and I'll talk to her about specifics on that, like the backs of cards or whatever, what's to be on them, uh, exactly how I want it
right.
done and make sure, everything's copacetic. Uh, and, you know, well, there was like the sticker book cover that I didn't put in there, but I can send them after. Want to get all the cards done. Now the mail-in card I'm going to have done by somebody else. So, you know, I didn't send that to her, but that was the only trading card I didn't. So that should cover all the trading cards, that which is like the Midnight trading card and John Philandes trading card and the Fan Art Club card, which is Omer and Apex Comics. Uh, Glad Sea Demon got in there somewhere. I really hated that I couldn't put Sea Demon in the issue because that's a very seminal story. Very, very, I mean, that's, you know,
Right.
very center story, that you will reference back again to in the future and say, oh, yeah, we read that in the, okay. But definitely it'll be in the Zero issue, um, Devil Flyer Zero issue. I hope to have a quick campaign. We'll see how quick we can make the next one, which will be, the unseen artwork of John Buscema. Omer Glitch in the
Right.
house. Hello, all. I'm here. You can actually start the show with high energy. Woohoo!
Hey, hey, Lauren.
Absolutely.
Always good to see you, Mayor.
Bro, it was up in the 50s today, and the low is going to be 43. Actually, quite nice. Is that not a
Wow. Yeah.
wild from the 20s to a low of 43 tonight?
Yeah. Yeah.
Phew, the
Yeah. We
trees
actually
don't
got
know
up
what to
to,
do. They're freaking out.
we actually got up to like 36, 37 today. It felt warm compared to the last week or so. It was like beautiful.
Yeah. And since Homer's late, I'll show him what I did on Topicless. Come in here late, mister. Anyway, he's probably been here all the time.
Yeah. He's just been lurking. He's
Yeah.
one of them lurkers.
And hopefully you could see that. You know, that I got to thinking about my pixelated camera, and that's where I got my title today. Is this my true form or am I just pixelated? How long ago did you start your campaign on a Fund My Comic? I actually looked at that yesterday, Timothy, and that was, I kept saying the second, the second, the second. It wasn't the second, it was the third. We actually launched February 3rd on Red
Huh?
Valkyries. Uh, and
Okay.
then I think in March of this year, we had a relaunch, right? Of like, uh, added some new things to the campaign, and
Hmm.
I've added some new artwork, and there's new images up there on the campaign you can go see now. I've tweaked some of the write up, and I've actually been doing some writing today to add some more to that. And uh, things are coming along pretty good, actually. Things are being
Very
printed
nice.
up. And,
Hail Timothy Olsen. What's up, Tim?
I'll put some of your items in your box for Christmas, Shadowhawk. Co-host has its perks. It'll just
That's
save me
right.
from shipping them off later, And I'm gonna ship. I'm gonna
Yeah,
send some
that's
to
fine.
Eric and Boyd and Lorenzo because they were our contest winners early on. Um,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
uh, was it like a year ago? It was February 3rd will be 2 years. Uh, since we launched. I kept thinking the 2nd of February, but it was the 3rd of February. Actually, I had to go back on our on the calendar and look. Uh,
Well, the
tried
second's my
right
daughter's birthday, so maybe that might have been throwing you off.
now. That was, yeah. I noticed your daughter's birthday was on the second. Yeah,
Hmm. Yeah,
yeah.
she's a groundhog baby.
I,
Oh, we actually missed it on Saturday. Everybody got to meet my oldest daughter. She actually came on the stream with me for high noon.
actually got to see her.
Yeah, she
Wow.
was live
Now,
on
now
her way
what?
to SeaWorld in San Antonio.
Your oldest daughter?
Yeah, my oldest daughter.
Your oldest daughter. Okay. Yeah, she was born on Groundhog Day, my favorite holiday.
That's correct.
Yep.
Yeah, Groundhog Day, 1984.
Yeah, it's cool to go over all the different things because all these have memories. Like I went on Matt Metal Movies and Brewskis, the first, and
Oh yeah.
then nothing on Groundhog Day, and then we launched on the third, and then I went on with Jason Bascom that Sunday, and went on with Critical Blast and Salacious Rum. Um, I think we might have had him on. Um,
No, I haven't seen Salacious in a while. Where's he been?
well, he's UK crowd, so
Okay.
you
Yeah.
know.
You still see him about anywhere though? I mean, I haven't seen him in many
Well,
chats lately.
he's very active on Instagram, and
Is it? Okay.
Lack from Alaska is kind of
Yeah.
hooked up with him, and
Oh, okay. Yeah, cool.
you'll be sleeping when they're streaming. You got to be
I got you.
up in the early morning, or they're probably streaming when you're getting up to go to work, or maybe ending some streams by that time because
We're right. Right.
they're 6 hours ahead. So,
Yeah.
um, but yeah, it's cool just to go. And Omer Glitch's birthday is February 13th. I've got that written down
Oh,
here.
happy early birthday, Omer.
Day before he's on Mardi Gras Day, day before Valentine's Day and Ash Wednesday. Joe Sontag's birthday is February 15th. But it's cool just to look at the different people that we've had on and their birthdays, and some people that we won't have on anymore. There are a few of those.
Not many. Not many.
Not many. Yeah. I mean, I'm not opposed to a lot of people that Shadow is.
Ah, no,
Maybe.
I'm not opposed to that many people whatsoever. It's like one or
Yeah.
two people that I don't care for.
Yeah. Well, you know, Glenn Dezane put on his first 1984. Yeah. Uh, uh, Men and let's see, Manila. Is that what he was called? The little Manila was introduced to the world when Son of Godzilla released back on this day in 1967.
Hmm. Wicked.
Minilla. Did you know his name, the creature's name?
He's been called a few different things over the years. I knew that there was an official one, but I never remember it. But I think that sounds right. Manila or Manila, something like that.
Yeah, yeah. Of course, that's gonna be in English, right? Sort of English
Uh,
translation, Japanese.
yeah, probably. Yeah, yeah.
40 years ago, the Life of Adventures of Santa Claus premiered on CBS. I always love these, uh, Christmas things with the puppets.
Oh yeah, it's
I guess
what the
Rankin
Rankin Bass, I
Rankin and
think
Bass.
was yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that was a good one. It's amazing how creative. If you think about it, this is more in the European style. And I imagine the Rankin and Bass was probably trying to appeal to the European market with some of these, worldwide.
Sure.
Because
Hmm.
they do a lot more than America does with puppetry, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure.
Than what we do over here, because they're more of a low budget. The official trailer for Spider-Man: A Brand New Day has been released, and I watched it. Of course, we won't show it here because they're probably going to have a copyright freak out, But
Right.
um,
What'd you
it
think? Was it
basically,
interesting? Or?
you remember the Spider-Man movie where it's like make things right, Doctor Strange, and it's like, yeah, but nobody will remember who you are. That's where it picks up.
Or- Oh, okay.
And the
Oh,
Punisher
that
looks
was
like
the
he's in it. Um,
yeah. I think that was the last Spider-Man. Was the one of
the last Spider-Man. So it
Doctor
picks up.
Strange. Yeah.
Yeah. I just hate that these things
Okay.
are like 2 years apart. It makes it hard to
I know.
track. You know, that's the problem I had with the new James Bond. They would call back to the old James Bond when they needed to, but for the most
Hmm.
part, they stuck with the all new, and it was all a brand new Bond universe. And so when it got to some of the later ones, you're supposed to remember and just forget all the classic Bond. And I hate that, that they couldn't just
Right. Yeah.
seamlessly, they're treating it like a separate franchise. And the way they blundered it,
Yeah. I don't care for that
good
either.
thing they did. Yeah, Tank, I think he's had a little right now touch of pneumonia. He was on the Hilljack Happy Hour with me last night, a little bit. Sounded like Darth Vader. Yeah. Whispering last night on Omer's show. Yeah. Yeah. I think he's got a touch of pneumonia. Rankin and Bass sounds something that happens to someone on prison. Okay.
Oh, that's not good. Yeah, I think, man, that boy's got to get some vitamins in his life or something. He's always got something going on.
Well, Peter's got long hair in this one, and Venom is going to make an appearance in a brand new day.
Really? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Marvel Studios plans for Trask, um, Bolivar Trask, the Sentinels, and Nathan Essex, Mr. Sinister as reoccurring villains. They will appear in the studio's upcoming mutant-focused project. So they're going to be, in
Oh,
multiple
very cool.
stories. Apparently, you remember this
You
actor
know,
that
oh,
he played Trask. He's done a lot
we
in
gotta do them at
Hollywood.
the same time again? Hold on a second. I'll be right back.
Sentinels. Yeah, you just wait till they do an X-Men Sentinels. Everybody will be wanting to watch that. Or can you imagine doing like a 3 movie deal for Days of Future Past or something like that? I'd want them to do it justice, of course. Mr. Sinister being sort of a mutant genetic engineer of mutants' DNA. So a scientist. I never was. He was a Johnny come lately to me, Shadowhawk. Uh,
No, I liked him. He had a good backstory and
Mr.
pretty cool.
Sinister. Yeah. I guess by then I wasn't really reading the books. I might have been collecting them, but I wasn't reading them.
Hmm. I don't understand it, but I know.
I never knew this. Gilbert Cyril Gerard Born in 1943 in Little Rock, Arkansas, this legendary actor appeared in over 50 TV shows and movies since 1971. You know, Buck Rogers, Bitty Bitty Bitty.
Hmm.
I never knew that he was born in Little Rock. So was I.
Oh, yeah. I had no idea.
So did he pass away? I mean, the way they've got it here, it looks like maybe he passed away.
Oh, I hadn't heard anything, but maybe.
Well, let me do a quick search on his name and see if anything comes up. You know,
I kept wanting to say Gil Kane. I knew his first name was Gil, but I couldn't think of his last name.
that's wild. He's an Arkansas boy. Well, that's cool. That makes that makes me.
Arkansas.
Oh, yeah, he did die. He did die yesterday. So Bob Burns and
Oh
Gil
shit.
Gerard died on the same day. Wow. He was
Oh,
82.
bummer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
He
like
was
that little
battling
Buck
cancer.
Rogers show.
You know, he
Bitty
was in
bitty
the
bitty.
Star Trek
Gotcha.
he was in the Star Trek franchise too. He had done
Oh, was it?
Star Trek appearance. Yeah.
Where's your bitty bitty?
I'm
And
looking here. I don't see where they actually in this list of things
you want to say hi?
show that he
Or
was
no, you
in the.
gotta run away. Oh, Jesus.
Well,
Never
I'm
mind.
sorry to hear
Can't say
that
hi.
that Buck Rogers is dead.
Okay, good girl. Calm it down. Go on.
Of course, here he was back in the day, early '80s.
The fancy lightning bolt helmet. Yeah.
Oh yeah, on the helmets, yeah. And I did appreciate it at the time. I knew who. Well,
Mhm.
Waving to the
I
dog. She's
knew
looking at
who
waving
the
to her.
original Buck Rogers and Flash Gordon was, and he made an appearance in an episode of Buck Rogers. I always liked that that they
Oh.
played
What's his
paid
face?
homage to the old.
Buster Crab was Flash Gordon, right? Yeah.
He was Buck
Did he
Rogers
do Buck?
too. He did
Was
Tarzan
he?
too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's crazy.
Comb jellies look like creatures from another planet. Yes, they do. It's amazing what is in the oceans that you never see. Uh,
Oh,
they
yeah.
do look like alien beings. You know, check this out. I think we can do without the weird music. Wow. Almost looks like it might
That's
have
cool.
pincers on there. That's a wild looking jellyfish.
Yeah, it is. Looks like it generates its own light, too.
Yeah,
Bioluminescent.
bioluminescent light. Yeah, that's wild. That is pretty wild.
Yeah.
I wonder how
Definitely
big it
some
is.
interesting beasties in the ocean.
It could probably fit in your hand, and then again, it might be as big as you. You know, some of those jellyfish get really big.
Oh, yeah. Those, what do they call them? The man of wars? They get huge.
You know, my I've told this story before, but my uncle Harold, he and some buddies swam out to a little dock, you know, that was out there in
Hmm.
California, I guess, and they were sunbathing and fell asleep there. And they had to get back to base when they woke up. You know, it's like, oh crap, we got to get back or we're going to be AWOL. Well, the tide had come in and it was full of jellyfish, and they had to swim through the jellyfish. They got stung all to hell trying to get back to the shore.
Oh, God. That's horrible.
Yeah, because that hurt.
Swimming the gauntlet. Yeah.
I imagine they were
That's,
feeling that days later. I bet they never do that again.
oh, yeah. Yeah, I bet.
What's the original? Well, I love Bond, Timothy. I don't know if you like James Bond. He says, well, fewer and fewer people will remember James Bond. What's the original James
Yeah, I
Bond
don't know what
in the
the
70s?
actual age range is for that, Timothy, because my dad was a big James Bond fan. He died all the way back in 1983. So
Yeah.
He was a
Well,
huge Bond fan already.
I mean, if you were, say, 10 years old when James Bond came out or something, you'd be about 80, I guess. Or no, about 70, I guess. Somewhere in there, 70s, 80s. Yeah. Because it's been
Yeah, I'm
like,
not sure when.
well, the first Dr. No was like 1962, I think. So,
Was that the very first one? Okay. Yeah.
that's going to be 60 something years ago. But
Yeah. My dad would be, oh God,
I mean,
he'd be
it's
about
one of those
103
franchises that
this year.
it's one of those franchises that has stretched from 19,
That's crazy.
almost 65 years continually. There was one year that they even had two Bond movies out. The unofficial Bond movie, you know,
Oh,
a
yeah, yeah.
retelling
The
of
one that's,
Thunderball.
hmm
Never, never say never again, ever. It was a good movie. Holly Berry was in that.
yeah, I like that one.
Oh, here you go. Here's you for you horror fans and you Christmas people. I love this. This is cool. The Bride of Frankenstein reimagined for Christmas.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
Yeah, I mean Timothy says, well, they did have a reboot. Yeah, I mean with the Craig character
Daniel
playing
Craig.
Bond,
Yeah.
but the thing of it is, when they like it, they harken back to the Bond lore, right? But when it's inconvenient, it's a totally new
Yeah.
franchise and reboot. That's what I was saying earlier. I just and it would be easier for me to binge watch and keep up with it if I knew the rules going in. The last Bond movie I watched, which was the one before last, where they actually killed Bond and brought in the black woman. I didn't watch that one,
hmm
but the
No,
one
no.
before that I did, and I was like, oh, I see, or maybe I didn't even see that one. I just saw the trailers, and I'm like, oh, I finally caught on. They're using the same Blofeld and villains that they've been using with Craig, and and M and Q and all that is all supposed to be just this and none of the
Right,
classic
right.
Bond. So, and that was kind of confusing to me because it's like these things are years apart, and I'm supposed to remember. It's not very good storytelling, unless you just watch those movies over and over again or whatever.
Well,
You
yeah,
do a
they expect you
refresh
to
and
go
then
back
go.
and watch the entire franchise again just so you can get caught up with the new movie. You got to watch all 15 movies that came before it just so you know what's going on.
Well, no, I mean not really. Well, I mean,
No, I mean, yeah, I get it.
yeah, I mean there's 4 or 5 Craig movies, six or yeah, but you'd have to go through all those to get kind of get brushed up. But that's the problem with these things, like they're doing with Spider-Man, right? On Brand New Day, which is a great title for that because it is a brand new day for him. He's everybody doesn't know who he is, the love of his life. Mary Jane may not
Right,
even
yeah.
know who he is, or I mean, his aunt. I don't know. Just everybody's forgotten about him. Um,
Yeah, which
Bond never
it
kept
could be a very
kept your
interesting
interest.
storyline or it could be a complete and utter failure. I don't know.
I
I
never
guess
read
they
the
got
books.
decent writers.
Timothy says reboot was closer to the books.
No? Okay. Yeah, I never
I don't
read
know.
any
I
Bond
haven't read
books
the
either.
books.
I've only watched the movies.
Yeah, well, I'll take classic Bond just like I'll take classic Doctor Who and all that. Um,
I mean, I don't know. I like Sherlock Holmes's like detective stories and stuff like that, but I never was really into like spy thriller books. You know what I mean? Like espionage
yeah.
type things.
Well,
I
what's
never really
what's
got into
wild
that.
is half the Bond character kind of comes from the writer own sort of spying in World War II, and then Christopher Lee was kind of like
Yeah, the
half of
other
that
half is Christopher Lee. Yeah.
because he was a spy as well.
Hmm.
Pretty wild.
Yeah,
Julia
Christopher Lee,
Childs was a
the
spy,
classic
and so was
Dracula.
Boss Hogg. That guy
Yeah,
spoke how many languages? I said 19 or something. I don't know, a bunch. It's amazing. You wouldn't ever know it,
that's
but that's a
crazy,
good
isn't it?
spy, right?
You never would have thought that that little dude was that smart. Just by looking at him.
Oh yeah, that's
Mm.
and when it comes to acting, I've seen him in older stuff, but those roles
Oh,
were never memorable till the Dukes of Hazard as Boss Hogg. Um,
right.
59 years ago, and I may Ibera Horror of the Deep, 1966, sends Godzilla into uncharted waters to battle Ibera, a giant crustacean
It's
kaiju ruling the shores of a secret island. So
Abira.
59
Yeah,
years ago today, Godzilla was busy
Abira.
eating
Yeah,
some
he was a
crab.
big. He was like
Crust-
a half crab, half lobster type looking thing.
mm-hmm. Here's some black and white of that. There he is, totally out of water. Now, oh wow, I can see the strings on that from this photo. Who's this supposed to be? I know you've watched this one, Shadowhawk, and he's muted. The host never gets any love. Or you could argue I get love every day.
You get no love.
Oh hell, oh yeah. Here's a throwback to the '70s, huh? Check that out.
Oh, with the radio? Yeah, baby. We had one of those in my house when I was a kid.
Really? And you
I
put the
turn on
soap
the
up
radio.
top, right? Yeah.
No, no, no. It sat outside because we had the downstairs bathroom was like a half bath or whatever, but it had a shower in it, and
Mm-hmm.
that's where I always got ready for school. But it had the little toilet paper with the radio right outside the shower in front of the toilet. So you go in the shower, you turn on the radio, you can listen to some tunes, and then
Oh, I was going to ask you on that Ibra movie, the Godzilla movie.
uh-huh.
What's this character? I mean, what is this? I can actually see the strings on this.
Hold on, I was just looking at chat. I think that's supposed to be Rodan.
Oh hell no! Really?
Yeah.
That's Ronan
Mm-hmm.
with feathers?
Rodan. Yeah.
Rodan was always more like pterodactyl,
Mhm.
wasn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, pterodactyl. But yeah, for whatever reason in this movie, they decided to go with a more feathery type of Rodan.
Wow. Really? Wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like space chicken.
Yeah. Space chicken. You gotta say the
Carrie says, I
space.
want one. Toilet roll holder. Yeah. With a
Yeah,
soap
but
dish
nowadays you have like a
and
nice
a radio.
uh, digital radio instead of that's an old dial-in one. I remember where you had
Oh,
to
yeah.
dial up your radio station,
Mm-hmm.
and then sometimes you could get them, sometimes you could.
This is wild. Something called a hell pig. Uh,
Help.
from what they say 30 million years ago, right? Look at this skull.
Wow, that's a big skull. Hold on, let me blow this up.
That
Hang
is
on.
a big skull. Yeah. Either that or she's a
Wow.
tiny woman.
What? Oh. Okay, so that's just the upper part. We don't see the bottom jaw. But
Right.
man, that's huge. Imagine how big that fucking thing was. No, thank you.
Yeah, no thanks.
I don't want nothing out of him except bacon. Lots of big giant strips of
A
bacon.
time when giant predators dominated the earth, known as hell pigs. Neither pigs nor carnivores in the modern sense, but rather powerful omnivores that dominated their ecosystem. So they ate plant life. Enormous skull,
They,
size of the skull, the thick bone structure, and the wide jaw suggest an animal capable of crushing bones with ease. Sharp teeth and strong cheekbones indicate a diet consisting
mm.
of carrying smaller animals and hardy plants. Despite its fearsome appearances, they're more closely related to whales and hippos than modern pigs.
Huh. Still, pigs are omnivores. Now, whales and hippos, I don't think are. I think hippos are strictly vegetarian,
Hmm.
and whales eat what krill, right? Little tiny shrimp and shit. So, well, depending on what kind of whale, they might eat,
There's
giant
another
squid,
picture of Bob
other
Burns that
things.
passed away yesterday, uh, with the only known aperture left of King Kong from the movie. How valuable just
That's
is that
crazy.
piece? You know,
Oh, bro, can you imagine?
if
That
that
by
didn't go
itself's got to
for,
be.
if that thing didn't go for, I mean, millions and millions of dollars, I would be disappointed. I mean, come on.
I would say if you put that in an auction, it's an easy 1.5 million, easy, and that's lowballing it, dude. I mean, I would think it would go for more than that, but
I mean, it's the only one left, I think. And there
that's
wasn't
what I'm
that
saying.
many
But I mean,
made,
but
you
even
know.
so, even if it's been a long time, most of the serious King Kong fans are kind of gone at this point or whatever. But still, I imagine that would go for at least 1.5 million. And if not, it would be a horrible disappointment. Now, even 1.5 million would probably be a disappointment, really.
Oh yeah, I mean, if I had 1.5 million, I'd buy that. That'd be money in the bank, brother. I mean, I'm sorry, at that price, I would, if I had it and wouldn't put
Well,
myself
didn't you
through,
think about it? I mean, it's I don't know. I mean,
you
it's
know,
kind of a different world now. I mean, there's a lot more money running around. It seems like,
sure.
but
Oh
at the
yeah,
same time, it seems like collectibles and stuff used to go for more. I mean, for the most part, in like the 80s and 90s. I don't know. Um, It's like LG shot me a picture of that Frazetta piece, the Jungle Girl with the two Black Panthers that just got
oh
auctioned
yeah,
off like a week and a half. It only sold for 1.75 million, dude. I mean,
right.
that's not even
Now,
$2 million. I would have thought that would have sold for like five.
yeah, that's what I was saying, and you were like, "Well, that's a lot of money." I'm like, "No, think
I
about
mean,
it.
it's
I
a lot
mean,
of anything
it
over 1 million is
is,
a lot of money, right?
it
But
is, but I mean,
but
like you
yeah,
said,
I would expect it. I mean, that's a one of a kind piece, there, and it's Frank Frazetta for God's sake.
and
But
it's an oil painting. I mean, it's an oil painting.
hmm
Come on, you know."
yeah, yeah, it's not like it's a drawing of pen and ink or something.
No, no. I mean, and how many of those did he produce in his lifetime? I mean, come on. You know, it's,
I mean, he
I
produced
mean,
quite a few, but at the same time, they're all one of a kind and they're all highly desirable. Everybody loves
right.
Frazetta.
Absolutely. I would have thought it would have went for, 3 or 4 million. I mean, I
Yeah,
mean, look, now remember we would hardly talk about million. Now we're not only just talking about billions, we're talking trillions now. That's become
right,
commonplace.
exactly.
That's crazy.
But I
And
just
there's
don't get the.
actually like Zuckerberg was the first, not the only now, but that's up worth of his company worth $1 trillion with Amazon and all the other stuff he has. Um,
Musk hasn't hit the trillion yet, huh? He's still just billion.
yeah, he's a billionaire. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's because he spends a lot of money though on all the research he does and everything on the spaceships and the
Oh,
fucking,
absolutely.
all
Yeah.
the testing.
Mhm.
I mean, he's spending money as fast as he's making it. You know.
There's definitely something going on because and maybe it's just the information age, but here's a grasshopper infected by parasitic fungus, right? Uh,
Mm.
it grows red spores from its body to
Cool.
spread further, of course. Let me
Oh,
show
sure.
you a
Yeah.
picture of it.
I don't know if I want to see this or not.
Yeah, it's just red spores on this grasshopper, but this ant is crawling all over it.
Wow. Well, it looks like the
And
grasshopper's dead already, and the spores are growing
yeah,
out of his
but
carcass.
now you've
Wow.
seen where the type of fungus takes this dead husk and takes over the brain and the mobility and walks the
Hmm.
dead animal, the dead insect through the grass and spreads
Yeah.
itself all over the place even more. They
Well,
call it
also,
zombie.
they have those wasps or whatever that fucking implant their babies into the back of another bug's skull or whatever, and then the
Yeah.
baby, the larva or whatever develops in there, and then it
Mhm.
takes over its spinal cord, and then it eats its brain.
And eats its way out, right? That's
Yeah.
kind of like alien stuff, yeah. Well, newly discovered parasitic fungus infects spiders and manipulates their behavior like a zombie like manner. Named in honor of Sir David Attenborough, the actor, the species thrives in cool, moist habits. Uh, is that right? Habits? It's not
Habitat.
habitat. There we go.
Habitat.
I stopped short. Habitat, such as caves and abandoned structures across Ireland, both Northern Ireland and the Republic. In uh,
No, no.
primarily targets orb weaving cave spiders.
Okay.
Um, it controls the that controls ants. There's a different fungus that controls like ants. It appears to induce infected spiders to abandon their concealed webs or lairs. The spiders then move to exposed positions such as cave ceilings or walls before dying. A change that likely aids spore dispersal via air currents.
Ah,
Researchers suggest the fungus may produce behavior altering compounds. Who
right.
exact
It's like
mechanism requires further
it's
investigation.
putting these spiders on a trip, man. It's like, hey, buddy, I got something for you to try.
Yeah, I mean, look at this spider covered in the fungus with the legs sticking out.
Ooh, there's a fungus on this. Ew.
That's all we need is zombie spiders in Ireland. So insects aren't even safe.
Spider zombie mix. That's my new movie coming out.
Isn't
2028.
that wild? Your insects are becoming zombies all over the place.
So are deer and other stuff, dude. You haven't seen the zombie deer and shit?
Is that a thing?
Yeah, it's been going on for like 5 years now. They get this weird. It's like it might be fungal. I don't know. I think it's bacterial something or a
Hmm.
parasite infection,
Around their eye?
and no, I don't know if it's around their eyes. I don't know all the details, but apparently it makes the deer just like all fucked up. They don't act like deer anymore, and you don't
Yeah,
want
the
to eat them.
grasshopper picture was just to show you that there's other types of fungus that are, that don't necessarily take over, but they do use dead host
Mm,
bodies for nourishment to spread the spores with. And somehow the spores get on the grasshopper, right, and kill it.
yeah, I mean, they must have.
I will
It
show
looked like he
you
was
here.
sprouting mushrooms.
This has become kind of a minor key. This was the first Amazing Spider-Man I ever bought with the jackal, and it just intrigued me. Spider-Man fighting Spider-Man, you know. and this is the first.
Nice.
I mean, it wasn't. I don't think it was meant to be a long running thing, but in the early '90s, they brought Ben Riley, the clone,
Yeah,
and
the clone
there was a
Spider
what if
Clone.
story about the clone as well. That's probably why Ben Riley
That's so
came in.
good. I love
A
that
lot of
that box right there. The astonishing climax of the Spider Jackal War. Even if I live, I die.
now, do you have a copy of this? I've got probably a good
I
copy.
believe I do have a pretty good copy of this one.
Yeah, we might have to talk on
I'll
that.
have to go back and double check for sure.
Yeah, this
That's
was the
another
first.
new idea I've been having for my channel. Is just to go through like all of my big big runs that I've got, like over 100 issues or more of
Mhm.
the comics that I really was into, and do like a 1 through 105 or whatever of Wolverine, a 1 through 100 of Spawn. So I don't know. It's an idea. I'm floating it
Oh
around.
wow! Apparently, Gil Gerard was one of the did voice work for Megatronus Rid 2015. Uh, Here's a picture of that one. So he did a sort of Decepticon, I suppose, voice.
Oh, Transform Decepticon movie. Okay.
Mm,
Yeah.
something. I mean, I've not heard of this particular one. I've seen this, but yeah,
Okay. Yeah, that one looks like a Decepticon if I was guessing. But
yeah, that's what I think. Yeah, Decepticon. Uh, it just said Megatronus, voice of Rid, though.
Megatron.
Character's name's Rid, but it's a 2015 Megatronus, whatever that is.
Well, who was when there was a Megatron, right? Wasn't he a bad guy?
Huh. When it comes to, ask Timothy Olsen, that's more of his generation
Yeah,
than mine.
I don't know Transformers that well. I was never they
Yeah.
I was a little older when they started. I never was really
Yeah.
that into the whole transforming robot thing. I don't know.
No. And we were there for GoBots too,
Yeah, go by. I even had the little motorcycle go by. But I think everybody had one of those.
Yeah, I didn't even get those. Anyway, the Department of
You
Damage
didn't get the
Control,
go by?
remember that
Oh.
in Marvel Comics, Damage Control? I think it was a limited series in '80s, right?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, I remember the name. I don't remember what the comic was
Was
about.
it an
I think they
ongoing
were.
series
Didn't
or
they?
was it a limited series?
I think it was limited.
I
I,
think it was
I'm
limited.
not
Yeah.
sure. When
Yeah,
wasn't it
maybe
supposed to be
four
like they went
issues
in
or
and
something
cleaned up like after the like
after the Great
superhero
Battle.
battles and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
It was a wild concept. Well, the Department of Damage
Yeah, because
Control
you
was
know what, dude? They brought that back for the Spider-Man movie with the one where Michael Keaton was in there. I think that was actually the name of his company or whatever it was called, Damage
abs-
Control. They were going in there.
absolutely that, and I've got some further news
Hmm.
on that. The Department of Damage Control will turn into the Anti-Mutant Task Force after Avengers: Secret Wars. Now that's going to come after Avengers: Doomsday or whatever it's called. Um,
Right.
so it's on down the line, but they will be hunting the X-Men and other mutants. But that's kind of silly, isn't it? Damage control become sort of mutant hunters. That's not really
Well,
their
I
thing,
think
is
it.
it?
I think it's because the guy who like runs Damage Control, like, 'cause it wasn't the Vulture running it originally. It was like one of those tech guys that ends up
Mhm,
becoming like part of the development of the Sentinel.
mhm.
So that's why it would make sense that once they've cleaned up all the damage from the alien invasion and the war with the Avengers and all that stuff, they got to have a way to keep their company going, right? So they
Yeah, when
start
I mean,
producing
that's where he
Sentinels.
kinda got the tech for the Vulture suit, wasn't it? The alien tech, uh,
Yeah,
the way
yeah,
they
that's
wrote it
yeah,
in,
he was using.
and he was part of
Hmm.
damage control or something like that, infiltrated damage control or
Yeah,
something.
well, they the way it was in the Spider-Man movie, they just kind of made him like the leader of it. He was like the owner of a construction company that turned it into damage control, and then
Mm.
they found, that they could actually use this tech to give themselves like superpowers. So the Shocker got his stuff from from the aliens. The Vulture got his stuff from the aliens.
Oh
There's
yeah,
no
yeah.
telling what else got.
You know, say what you will, Marvel is either just doing it by the seat of their pants, but I mean, I think they probably loosely wrote out these type things to connect them for years. You know, I don't know how tight the storylines are, but they do have repercussions. They are trying to build a longer, lengthier franchise universe that
Yeah, I think Marvel's a lot more conscious of like the like Easter eggs and planting ideas for future stories, things
yeah,
like that, than
and
like
some of them don't
DC
even
seems to be.
come to fruition.
No, some of them are just it's a red herring.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Like some of those scenes in the credits,
Mm,
some of that stuff is revisited, but a lot of it is not. It's just forgotten about. But it's interesting at the time, you know, and it really it's chatterbait, right? It's speculation. The speculators go
yeah,
wild
yeah,
with good
yeah.
reason.
It's a way. It's a way to get talk going on the internet and what have you about especially you do it in the what they call those the credit scenes, the after the credit,
Right.
whatever they
Yeah.
call them.
Uh-huh.
And then they get you to sit in theater and watch the whole damn credits too,
Well, you
because you
pay for
don't
the
know if
whole
you're gonna
movie.
get. Well, yeah, but you don't. Normally, if it's just the credits rolling, you're gonna get up and walk out, right? But now you can't because
Don't
there
tell me
might
you've
be
eaten all the
an
popcorn
extra
out of
scene.
that big bucket. Come on.
Yeah. But now there might be an extra scene, so if you leave, you miss it, right? So now
Mhm.
you got to stay that extra, however long they decide to make the credits.
I kid you not. I put so much butter on my popcorn it'd make me sick, and I stopped doing that. But you know, it's amazing the bottom stayed in the bucket that it just didn't go. You know,
Oh God,
yeah.
it's killing. I
Well,
told you I loved butter when I was a kid, man. But by the time I was like 10 or 12, I'd eaten so much butter that I
mhm.
barely even put butter on. I'll use it when I cook my food and stuff like that. But like I'd put very little on bread or toast or anything like that.
Here you go, Captain Adam number 17. Nice Swamp Thing cover by Pat Broderick.
Well, yeah, look at that.
You know, he was on Captain Adam for a long time. Um,
Oh, thank you, baby.
I forget the issue numbers, but
Hi.
Death actually
What do you
made
want
a
me to do?
cameo and full appearance in a couple of issues of Captain Adam. Definitely, you need to get those and sit on them. I think they'll be valuable, you know, in high grade. They're kind of under the radar. Yesterday was Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Flying Car, Dick Van Dyke, and Truly Scrumptious Sally. And the Child Catcher, one of the most sinister villains ever to appear in a kid's film. He was terrifying. And even now he's terrifying, you know? I was trying to get the kids to come out and get candy. Show you a picture of him from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Truly horrific. Child Catcher. Wow. Love Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. And the same company that made the flying car for Chitty Chitty Bang Bang at that time was also doing effects for Doctor Who. They were same thing. Here you go. Man, this is Avengers number 4 got to be the most homage cover in history. If not, it's pretty close. I would like to see a thing on what are the most homaged covers in history. This would have to be right up there in
No,
the
I
top
bet you
10 easily.
it's- somebody's had to have done like an article or something about that by now. I would
Yeah,
think.
maybe I'll check that out. I mean, that would be kind of hard
Yeah,
to,
something to research.
yeah, that'd
Might
be
give us
hard to do.
a topic. Yeah, it might give us a topic for the show, right?
I bet you'd have to do some research for that.
That's what I'm saying. But it could be interesting. There's a
Yeah, I did
lot of
show this the
homages
other
out there.
day.
There really are.
Dick Van Dyke recently turned 100 years old, and he's no longer allowed to play with Legos. You might have seen
No.
that, where because on Legos it says ages 4 to 99, and now he's 100, so he can't no
Oh.
longer.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
Sorry, Dick. No Legos for you.
yeah. I guess if you're over 100, it's choking hazard. I don't know,
That's if you're
or
over
maybe
100 or
just
under. What was it?
step
Age
on
3
one
to
of those
99.
darn things.
You imagine stepping on one of those at 100 years old? It probably goes straight through your foot a like a spike, a, a booby trap. You got to have it surgically removed because your skin gets thin and paper like as you get older.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Not as resilient as it used
David
to be.
Brink says we put in the work for your entertainment. Safeguard versus pandemonium, pandemonium,
Pandemonium.
pandemonium. Okay.
I think so.
Wraparound pencil art by Alan Goldman. I know this is going to be hard for you to see, but
Yeah. Especially since I'm looking at chat right now. Hold on. Oh wait,
yeah,
no. What I was looking at. Whoa, there's a lot of lines on that piece, baby.
yeah.
Oh, micro. Oh, that
This
looks
is
great, dude. Wow. Who's the artist on this one?
Alan Goldman.
Damn. Alan Goldman kicking some fucking ass, dude. That is a great fucking double page, or what do you call it?
Wraparound.
Wraparound cover. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
It's
That's
definitely got
like
that
George
'90s
Perez
vibe.
level shit, dude.
Yeah,
That is George Perez level fucking amount of characters on that cover and how well they're done.
absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's building a viable universe. It's cool. I can't wait to get to that point
He,
myself.
yeah, Dave's doing well, man. I mean, everything he's put out so far has been absolutely beautiful, well put together, well thought out, well written. I love it. Love it. We got some great creators out there, people.
Here's wonderful
Go out and
cheesecake.
check them today.
Wonderful cheesecake book from back in the day. Feeling
Popcorn.
fun. Make way for the siren. Um, 20 cents for that beauty. Wow, love that bike she's on. Um,
Is that an old Indian? Looks like. Can't tell.
can't really tell.
I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, it doesn't have. Now, if it was an Indian, it would have the little head on the fender.
But
But might be an old Harley.
Friday we will have plenty of cheesecake on Feature Friday because we're going to be featuring Dave Stevens artwork,
Woohoo! Oh
Ultimate
yeah, baby.
Cheesecake. But I
Gonna be
really
looking
can't
at
wait.
lots and lots of pretty drawings of girls.
Hopefully we
Hey,
can,
Twinkle.
I'm sure we'll talk to Doc Blaylock before then, or I mean, before the 26th, which we'll be talking about George Perez because I think that was his favorite, and both he and I,
Yeah, Doctor.
same age, so we
Um,
both,
shit.
kind of
I
right there.
should have reminded him. I should have reminded him today. I was hanging out in the. I was doing some painting at work, and so I had a chance to listen to a live stream. And Doc was doing the. What is it? The coffee. What's it called? Uh,
Coffee Grounds.
uh,
I don't know. I never watch
coffee
it.
break? Coffee break? Is it coffee break? Stop? I don't know, something like that. It's coffee somewhere. Really.
Apparently, 2 years from today's Avengers: Secret Wars releases in theaters, so they already know when it's going to release in theaters. 2 years from today,
Oh well, cool.
Avengers: Secret Wars releases in
Well,
theaters.
that's no. They tentatively know because we don't know if there's going to have to be reshoots if somebody fucking quits halfway through the movie. All that other shit. That's what they have planned. Yes, we
Uh-huh.
know we're going to launch it for this day, but that doesn't mean it's going to be out of production by that day.
Check
There's
out
all
this
kinds of shit.
1930 Bentley.
Nice trunk. Dun, dun, dun. Get it? It's
Yeah,
an
now
actual
that's
trunk.
had some. That almost looks like a kit car, doesn't it? Looks
Mm,
looks too new. It's nice design. I
I
mean,
mean,
it doesn't really have a running
uh,
board. I don't know what that grill is underneath the door.
huh? Grill
And
underneath
really,
the
the
door.
doors open up opposite of what they do open up today. You know,
Well, that might be the running board, Rex. And yeah, it is. It folds down, so you have a
folds
step
down.
in.
It looks like the tire would get in the way, but I guess yeah, it probably folds down.
I think it probably folds down. Yeah. I don't know, but it just cracks me up because the trunk is like an actual trunk just
All right.
attached to
Well,
a
let
car.
me ask you this: you get in using the running board, right? You get in the car,
Okay,
so you're gonna have to bend over to fold it in, right? Because you're
unless
already in
there's
the
like
car.
some kind of little. Well, there might be some kind of little retraction handle or something built
Well,
in
that's
inside. We
true.
don't know.
Maybe a rod from the
That,
door when you shut the door,
that's a Bentley,
sort of
dude.
retract.
That's a high end fucking. That was an expensive car even way back in the day.
Oh yeah,
So it might
that
have
was
had.
a millionaire's car. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was
It probably
expensive
had all
car.
kinds of cool toys.
Oh, I imagine. Yeah, I mean, anything that you didn't have to crank with a handle to start up.
Yeah, no shit, right? Break your own fucking arm trying to start your car.
1979 Buck
Oh,
Rogers of the 25th Century
a
Lunchbox.
lunchbox.
Yeah,
Bitty
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 bitty.
bitty bitty.
Gosh, look.
Yeah, and Mel Gibson,
Oh,
or not Mel Gibson,
they got
Mel
Twinkie
Blanc.
wrong though. He's supposed to be silver.
Oh, the ship.
No, the little robot. Bitty
Oh,
bitty
the
bitty.
robot.
He's supposed to be
He's
silver.
silver. Now
Yeah.
they had a golden female robot. That might be her.
Oh, maybe. I don't
You
know.
remember the female robot that sort of Twinkie
Yeah,
was?
now that you bring it up, yeah, I do.
Uh-huh. And it kind of
I
looks feminine
totally
there.
forgot about it until you said something. I was like, oh yeah, wait a minute, it could be the girl. Like you think they? Well, maybe they got Tweaky on the opposite side, and the girl one on this side. They were trying to hit, the boys and the girls lunchbox market. I don't know.
Yeah, and the thing on the chest there was actually a computer advisor or
Yeah, that
program
was that.
or something,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, the
Yeah.
dude with the English accent. He was the actual brains of the.
Mhm.
He just Tweaky was just there to carry him around wherever he needed to go.
I might have to watch an episode or two. They're just, I, it's not the greatest of series. I'm sorry, but I thought it even at the
Hey,
time could have been done better.
it don't matter. You got Tweaky, you got Gil Gerard, you got Aaron Gray, you got some great spaceships. I mean, the spaceship designs were fun. It was just a fun show, dude.
It was fun. It was fun. Maybe since he's passed away, I'll give him another, you know,
Clip up.
shot at it. Uh, Holly Berry will appear as Storm in Avengers Doomsday, which she was Storm in the X-Men movies, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
So there's a look at
And
her.
she was a good Storm. I liked her as Storm.
Hmm. This looks
That
like
that
more like
role
Thor
suited her.
Storm.
She got the
Got the hammer.
no. Why does she have Thor's hammer? Did that happen in the comics?
Well, there
See, this
was a
is all new
female
shit.
Thor. You know,
Well, yeah, but that was supposed to be not Storm. It was supposed to be what's her name?
I
The
tell you
girl
what.
that
I tell you what. We would.
Thor
I
was
will
banging.
not do the what is the most homage covers, but we will. I will definitely look into the what if issues, and I will show you that some ramifications of some of those what if issues in the future because they really a lot of the concepts and stories that would later be done with artists would later be done with Marvel books, and movies and
Hmm.
stuff came straight
Yeah,
out of
actually
what if.
started in What If. Oh
And
yeah,
even
yeah,
like Spider Girl got her own couple of series out of it, you know, but first
yeah.
appeared in What If 105, stuff like that. So I think that's interesting. I always like the what if. Well, I can't say always, because when the first one came out, I hated it.
That's it. I always liked them as
Thought it
soon
was
as I
stupid.
found the first one, but I
Uh,
never got that many of them because that was back in the spinner rack days. And,
mhm.
yeah, when I found them, I'd grab them, but I didn't always find them.
uh, Remembering Dick Dillon on his birthday, a great Justice League of America artist, Dick Dillon. He did a lot of Justice League
Yeah.
in the Bronze Age. He kind of took over,
Mm.
I think, after the original artist did his like stint on
Oh, okay.
in Justice League, or he was closely thereafter. Uh, he was in the sweet
But
spot
he
right there, bicentennial
looks like
year.
he's pretty good artist.
And look, there's Plastic Man in the back, but you don't get to see his head. Oh yeah, it stretches all the way around. See around the Black Hawks and comes out down towards Robot
Hmm.
Man, Vigilante. Got
But
Congo Gorilla there. I guess you're. I never had this particular issue. That looks like a good one. It's number 144. I have to
wait a
get that
minute,
big giant 60 center
I'm trying to find this Plastic Man head. Where was
right in front of
Plastic Man?
Vigilante's bike there, right by Jimmy Olsen, who's standing behind an Aquaman in the front.
Aquaman.
Aquaman's right in front with Wonder Woman.
I see Wonder Woman. I see Batman. I don't see Aquaman. Why do I not see Aquaman?
Uh, right to the right of which would be your left of Wonder Woman is Aquaman right there.
All right, well, it's cut off. All I can see is Wonder Woman, whatever that is, Robot Man, Batman.
Oh,
I
okay.
can't
On your
see,
on your
and
phone, it's cut off. Okay.
yeah, I
Well,
can't
all right.
see any
Well,
further to the left.
but you can see
Okay,
Robot Man above Wonder Woman, who was in All Star
below.
Squad.
Yes, yes.
Well, Plastic Man's head is right by his leg on the left.
Yeah, see, I can't see his leg. I can only see part of his body and part of one arm.
Wow. Okay. Well,
I
that
don't know what to tell you, man. That's what's showing on my phone. I got it blown up to maximum.
right. Right.
That's it.
That
It's
looks
crap.
like a killer issue though, where they brought in like some of the um Black Hawk and Plastic Man and all that was done by a different company that they bought out. And the company's name escapes me right now, unfortunately. But Dick Dillon's birthday would have been his birthday today.
And I'm trying to think of who was Plastic Man with before DC. Damn it, I used to know that. Oh,
Um, was it? I want to say Fawcett. Fawcett. Fawcett Publications. I think that's right.
yeah, I think you might be right on that one.
Yeah,
Fawcett? Yeah, that sounds right.
yeah, Fawcett.
Uh,
So those are the
Anybody in the
yeah,
chat, let us
and
know.
yeah, and I mean Blackhawks was from Fawcett too. All right, moving on. Oh wow! Apparently, Muppet Show is going to be released February 4th on Disney Plus and ABC. So they're doing a Muppet Show revival of the show, Muppet Shows. I just don't know that that's going to go over too good. Always like, uh,
Thank you for the liquor. Thank you like a
we'll
lot.
see some more of this. Couple Fridays from now, here's one of George Perez's wonderful crossovers. Crisis of Earth Prime with all the characters there. Always love the heads. I mean, what a gift that just keeps on giving. George Perez is just find an artist that likes to draw all those characters. Very few of them. John Byrne, maybe one, you know.
Yeah, Burns pretty good. But yeah, Perez, like that was his meat and potatoes. But when you had a big, multi-character double, God damn it, not a double page spread, wraparound cover, you wanted Perez.
Oh, absolutely. Wow. Wow. John Kinsel Sr. passes away at 107. Now, you won't
Hey,
remember his name, but he was the final Navajo code talker for World War II.
yeah, the actual okay.
Final Navajo code talker. And they never did break the code either.
Look at all the damn medals that dude got.
I
Holy smoke!
know, 107. They should have gave him a medal
Talk
just
about
for every year past 100.
talk about a decorated veteran, dude. I mean, that dude's. That's what when they say decorated, that's what they mean. Like you got medals out the ass. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, look at that. That's pretty incredible.
he probably died because he couldn't breathe. Those damn medals crushed him.
They probably had him propped up. Come on, man. I guess he was sergeant, right? Those are sergeant stripes, aren't they?
Yeah, looks like yeah, or master sergeant maybe. I don't know
Yeah,
what
maybe
the red and
master
white
sergeant.
mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I've never been in the military myself. My dad
That
was.
must have
A
drove the
bunch of my
Germans.
uncles.
That must have drove the Germans batty. You know.
Oh yeah, well they had no way to even try to figure that shit out.
Yeah. No,
They
they had
they had
no way to figure it out. Exactly.
yeah, 'cause they had no Native Americans that they could like if where they
Right.
came from that they could reference. They had it's like this is some kind of alien language. What the fuck?
Yeah, they had no common denominator, whatever. Yeah.
No, yeah, because the Navajo language it doesn't correlate to any kind of Latin or other base languages
Mhm.
and stuff. It's
Mhm.
it's like it's its own thing. So they had no way to even begin to try to decode it.
All right, you might want to get one of these under your Christmas tree. Godzilla piggy bank.
I want Godzilla everything. That's the problem, dude. And there is Godzilla everything, and none of it's fucking cheap. Nice. You get the actual roar. Yes. Yeah, I gotta have one of those.
And the music.
Dun,
If
dun,
you
dun.
do more
And the
than one
music.
character.
Oh, it's so good. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, that's so good.
Take my money.
All the classic music. Oh, dude, I love it. I need one of these. Is this vintage or is this new?
Looks new to me. He's getting
I
rich
gotta
though.
find one of those. I gotta find one of those. That's fucking
uh,
awesome.
yeah, that's pretty dope.
Dude, I'm gonna end up down a rabbit hole if I start collecting Godzilla shit. So
I know
much.
it. I know
I,
when they brought
uh,
back Godzilla,
I,
they did so many different figures, and I got the majority of them. They even had a
Dude, I
larger
don't
one.
have any of them yet because I couldn't fucking pull the trigger on one. It's like I want that one, I want that one. I, and then they got the big, huge ones that were like 18 inches long, and what was that, NECA or something put out? It's like there's some crazy ones out there, dude. I can't. I yeah. What am I gonna do? Abandon CG and go become a Godzilla head now? Is that what I'm gonna do? Almost 60?
Uh,
No, I don't.
this is one of those zombie spiders that's actually died, but the fungus is kind
Yeah,
of taking it over.
gross.
Somebody filming it there. You can see the fungus all over its
I would
body
not
there.
be letting that thing crawl over the top of my head. If
I
it
know,
drops off
right?
that ceiling, hey,
And
he
you
can let
scream
go of
and
that
you're open.
ceiling and leap at your face anytime
You
he wants to. You know?
you you scream and it you
It
open
all
your
goes
mouth
right
to
down your
scream and it
throat.
goes right in.
Ah, oh, no. Ah. I hate spiders, dude. You don't understand.
I
That's my
need
only. That's my only fear. I have no fear of sharks, snakes, none of that. Alligators. I don't care. Fucking spiders, dude. I hate
you know what I think about that?
them. Is that a little owl? What is that?
That's an owl after a rainstorm. Yeah. Isn't that wild?
Poor little fella. He
I
looks
wouldn't
so
mind
sad.
having that as a toy. That's cool. He looks so he lo- that and droopy doggle, it's kind of droopy.
I'm happy. Pip, pip.
Are we happy yet? Yeah. Are we having fun yet?
Poor little fella.
Yeah. Well, and to everyone's, you know. Bruce Banner, the Hulk, will be a university professor, according to Spider Man brand new day leaked trailer. So, I don't know how much.
So, what the? All right. Is that not taking it a little far? So they're going to turn Smart Hulk into a
Well, they already
professor who's
had
going to be
Smart
teaching.
Hulk. They've already had
Well,
Smart
that's
Hulk.
what I'm saying. Well, I, that's what I'm saying, Rex. They already
Uh-huh.
did Smart Hulk. He's Smart Hulk
Yeah.
now,
Yeah.
and he's kind of stuck that way because he's having problems changing into um,
Hmm.
whatever. There's
Yeah.
that whole stupid storyline. So now they're going to say that the Incredible Hulk is going to be hired by a university to sit in a classroom with like
Yeah.
30, 40 kids at a time and
Around
lecture.
kids. Yeah. I know
Yeah,
that's
when
stupid.
he's a magnet for some kind of super villain attack at any point,
Hmm.
there's no fucking college in the world that would hire him. Maybe Professor X, he might hire him.
There you go. There's Buster Crab with Gil Gerard
See,
in
he
that
could go. Yeah,
episode.
there you go. He could go to the school of gifted young. Was it school for gifted something or another?
Oh, the mutants?
Yeah, the Xavier School for Gifted Children. Yeah,
Yeah.
he could be a professor there, I guess.
And let the Hulk wipe out all the mutants all in one fell swoop. Yeah.
Why would he do
He got angry.
that? That's his problem now is he doesn't get angry enough. That's why he's stuck as Smart Hulk and he can't shift into full gear anymore.
Just ambling along, huh? Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's still the Hulk, but he's not Angry Hulk. Angry Hulk is much, much stronger than regular Hulk.
Here's George Perez, and we'll be looking at him in a couple of weeks, but we probably won't show this one again. The dollar bill from the Watchmen.
I forgot about that guy. Dollar Bill. And what was his power? He
I,
made it rain on strippers every Saturday. Dollar bill, y'all. Dollar bill.
I don't know, obscure, obscure. You know,
I've never seen
Abigail.
that
My
guy.
goodness, my goodness. It's about time to get your
She
medicine
okay,
again.
bro? How's she doing?
Yeah, I've been giving her medicine every seven, like 7 in the morning and 7 at night.
Mm,
So she's about an
mm,
hour away getting another dose.
sounds like she's coughing away over there, poor baby.
Yeah, hacking. It's like pay attention to me for a minute. It's like no, we've got a few minutes left. Just about it.
All
Just
right,
chill out.
well, we'll put this one off right at 2 hours because I'm tired anyway. I got 4 more days, Rex. That's all I got to do. 4 more days.
And then you get
2 more
how
this
much
week,
time
and
off?
I'll have 12 days. And then once January hits, I could schedule my surgery, get my second round of injections for my knee to carry me through to my surgery, and then I'll be off for 6 weeks to get my knee replacement. So, but I went ahead and upgraded my insurance and everything. Everything kicks in January 1st. So
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna have to take a few days off, Rex, after the surgery because I'm gonna
Oh,
be
I
all
imagine.
fucked up on
Yeah.
pain. I'm gonna be all fucked up on pain meds, and you probably don't want me talking on stream.
Right.
I don't want to
Yeah.
get you in trouble.
I appreciate that. Now I looked on YouTube and it's not available. Maybe because you watch it and you check out Tubi and other places.
Mm-hmm.
Where can I find the Space Godzilla movie, the original in
Check Tubi.
1994?
Yeah. Check Tubi first. You should be
Oh,
able to find it there. If not,
oh,
it
really?
might be like
Okay.
on. Yeah, if not, it might be like on Freevee. Free is it Freevee? I think it's called Freevee, and then Pluto, um, or even Roku. They're all free. But if you go to, I don't know what kind of streaming service you got, right? So if you just go to like your homepage on your streaming thing and pull up uh, Tubi, and then do a search on Tubi for Godzilla movies. There's always Godzilla movies on Tubi, but it
Uh-huh.
rotates. So I don't know if that one is there, right? So you look at that.
Okay.
Oh god, yeah, it's fucking horrible. Look
Yeah,
at
I
that shit.
mean, he's all crystalled up right there. I think this is when he. Now he
That's good.
was formed from DNA Godzilla and from a black hole, right? Now, how can you get out of a black hole in the original
No,
story?
I think Godzilla's DNA got passed through a black hole to
Pass
another
through it.
planet.
So
Because they say black
Space
holes
Godzilla
are
could
basically,
maybe come from another
well,
dimension.
because like, well, possibly, or just another part of the galaxy. I mean, because
Yeah.
supposedly black holes are, in theory, supposed to work like wormholes. If you can survive it and get out the other side.
Unescapable. Right. It crush you. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but if you could survive it and you exit the other side, you'd like supposedly be like on the other side of the universe or something. I
Hmm.
mean, that's one of the theories. It's kind of like a wormhole type thing. You know what wormholes are, right?
Right. Uh huh.
Yeah. So some people think that black holes are kind of work the same way if you could manage to survive the initial, crushing gravity and get through it. you would actually be on like either in another universe or another galaxy, or maybe on all the way on the opposite side of the galaxy. You never know.
I'm going to show you something real freaky now. This is the mud men of Papaya, New Guinea. They're known for their haunting clay mask and mud covered bodies, a tradition born from warfare and survival. According to local legend, warriors once hid in the Asaro River, covering themselves in mud. When they emerged wearing eerie masks, enemies believed they were spirits and fled. Today, the mud masks symbolize intimidation, identity, and resilience, turning fear into culture and history into living performance. Pretty wild looking here. Let me key this up at the beginning of it. This is someone greeting one of them wearing the mask and also sort of the lengthened claw like fingers
Or
here.
enlarge.
Okay.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's kind of fucked up looking. Yeah, that would scare you if you were another native from an island
Yeah,
or
look,
something. Hell
yeah.
yeah, that would.
With the leaves around the fingers, you like
Yeah, you
claws?
got like bamboo shoots carved. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fucking crazy looking.
that's wild.
You know, they remind me of the original, or maybe it was not the original, but the second tier robot men from Doctor Who. With the they kind of had the big, heads like that.
Hmm. Yeah. Um,
It's
well,
fucking
you
crazy.
remember the
But it's Papua New Guinea, Rex, not papaya. Sorry.
okay, okay. Who
And I might
cares?
even be
It's down
pronounced
New
wrong.
Zealand. You know,
Yeah,
who cares?
nobody gives a shit.
Nobody cares. I was in the ballpark,
Yeah.
It's fine. It's good.
What do they call them? Forget what they call them down there. Starts with a B.
This is one of these night jars. It is
So
wild. A
bogan.
tawny frogmouth is family of the night jar, native to Australia. A, you know, a bird.
But
Check
Yeah,
this
this.
no, I was gonna say I know what a nightjar is. I
Yeah.
don't think I've ever heard of a tawny. What was it?
Um, it's called a tawny frogmouth, and it's
Yeah, I
related
don't
in
think
the
I've ever heard of that.
nightjar family, and it kind of looks
Yeah.
like a
Okay.
nightjar. Check this out.
Oh, yeah, that's a weird looking dude.
but this is an incredible creature that's native actually to Australia. It's called a tawny frogmouth, and it's part of a family of birds that a lot of people will call nightjars or nighthawks. And even though their beak doesn't look that big, it'll open really, really wide and actually use that for catching insects in flight. While they're flying around, they'll use those big eyes of theirs to actually catch an insect in flight. And those big hairs that they've got around their mouth will help guide that insect in. She's semi doing what's called stumping, where when they're a little bit nervous, they'll stand completely still in that kind of angle, trying to look like a tree stump. And if you saw this animal in the wild, if you saw this bird in the wild, you would hardly be able to actually make it out. Their camouflage is so good. But this is
That's wild, isn't it?
Oh, that's cool, dude. It's one of my cousins.
Yeah. I wish
Nighthawk.
we
Yeah.
could have seen the mouth open, though.
Yeah, it would have been cool to see him like catching a bug in flight, and those little
Mhm.
feathers around the head guiding it in. That would have been really neat. Huh,
Yeah.
I'll have to look them up and see if I don't even know if Discovery Channel has any kind of presence on YouTube or whatever, but I imagine they've got, some kind of video of that thing hunting.
I got to ask you, are you going to try that Coca Cola and avocado pit? Are you going to try that?
No, dude, that sounds like some,
No.
I don't know, some witch doctor shit. I can't see it not being sticky. It's gonna have to be. It's gotta be.
uh,
How is
oh,
it
it's
gonna
got to
not
be
be sticky
sticky.
with all?
Absolutely. Yeah. Uh-huh.
all the syrup and everything that's in that Coca-Cola. I don't understand how you're supposed to make that work. I mean, unless you got plenty of time to just, shower every 15, 20 minutes or what. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, I've already picked up my 2026 calendar. I was fortunate enough to, they had some made up at my local vets, so I already got a calendar. No need to buy one this year. So maybe from now
Oh,
on,
dude, I
I'll
told
get
you
my,
I should have mine coming in the mail pretty soon. I submitted Daisy into a dog calendar off of Instagram, and
oh,
she's
okay.
gonna be June. She's June of next year,
Oh, that's
2026.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow, I didn't know that. That's awesome.
yeah, they accepted her and put her in the calendar. I was like, oh, that's cool. My
Here's
dog's a
DC.
celebrity.
Here's DC's calendar for 2026, 16-month calendar with some Garcia Lopez on the cover.
Oh, there you go.
You got
And
Plastic
Garcia
Man
Lopez,
over there.
always, always so good, dude. Look at that classic.
Hmm. And then
Got
here is,
Supergirl. We got
there you
yeah,
got
everybody up.
Godzilla.
Oh, hello.
There's your lizard representation for today, Lorenzo, and for next year.
Oh, a Goji calendar. Does it
Hmm.
show what the images are? Like,
Just the
can you
cover.
get a look at?
Just the
No, it
cover.
doesn't
But it
show you
it
what the
looks like
12
this
is.
almost looks like, some of the covers I've seen on Godzilla comic books. So it could feature some of the
Hmm.
artwork from the comics.
It might, yeah. That's why I
Hmm.
was wondering if you, because a lot of times they'll show you like the back of the calendar with 12 little pictures of what every month is.
Yeah, and these are 16-month calendars. So,
Oh, all right. So it'd be 16.
uh, the other night, a couple weeks ago, Sabrina was at that nerd place and she picked me up a couple of copies. Now, I've shown you the insides of that before, and you didn't much like the artwork. It was Keith Giffen with Giffen inking his stuff. That's from issue 50, which was my second
Mm-hmm.
issue. First, I wasn't even collecting. It was one of the first comic books I ever got, which was Defenders number 15. Early Sal Buscema artwork for me,
Yeah,
love Sal Buscema.
that's weird because I like Keith Giffen on
Mm.
JLA, and his run on there I thought was great. But
Well,
uh,
I mean, during he did some wonderful stuff in the 40s up to about issue 50 something, Um, so I kind of got on the tail end of his run, issue 50, but and I'm
uh,
not sure what issues this from, but here's a example of his Kirby-esque, like Jack Kirby with Mike Royer that used to ink Jack Kirby at DC and Marvel, over Keith Giffen here doing a very Kirby-esque Moon Knight splash page.
no. Okay, I was gonna say what that looks a lot like Moon Knight. What is this Rampage? Was
Well,
that like a?
well, that's the title of the issue. This is to this
Oh,
Defenders
it's just
comic.
okay. It's just the
Yeah,
title of the issue. It's not okay.
Moon Knight was first introduced, as you know, in a couple of issues of Werewolf by Night, but then he migrated
Mm-hmm.
quickly. See, it still looks like he's sort of the Silver Bryce Knuckles, monster hunter here
Yeah.
in Defenders. So this
Mm-hmm.
was very early appearances. So if you want a affordable, because I got a couple issues of 50. She had a couple there, and I said I'll take both of them for $1. It's like
Oh
hell yeah,
wow.
it's good stuff. For $1,
Yeah, I'd
I'll
like
take
to
it.
find this. I'd like to find this one, dude. That's a cool cover. Or is that the splash page or is that the cover?
That's the splash page, yeah. Keith
Splash
Giffen
page.
with Mike
Nice.
Royer on the inks. Now, he Keith Giffen in issue 50 inked himself, and there were more than one issue. I don't know about Mike Royer, but Klaus Janson inked a few of his issues
No, I
around
love
that time.
Cloud.
Yeah,
That was
so Yeah, he inked some Keith Giffen Defenders issues that were very Kirby-esque.
Mm,
And they,
very cool.
I like his stuff. He's just not one of my favorites. He's a little bit more choppy, rustic. I don't know. He's not as clean a style inker.
Well, like
You know?
his JLA stuff that Giffen did was a little bit more cartoony. You know, like in the face and stuff. He did a lot more uh, of that kind of thing, which I
Yeah, I
really
mean, he
like.
kind of modified himself to the artist, right? Like he was really in his choppiness when it came to uh, Frank Miller's Daredevil. That's when I first
Oh
took
yeah,
note.
yeah.
Wow.
Mm,
Yeah. But yeah, I've come to really, I mean, he goes way back to the at least the early '70s in Marvel.
yeah,
You know,
he's been around for a long time. Yeah,
he's been around for a lot longer than what you thought. Yeah. I've got a
I
new
keep going back
appreciation.
and find as I learn more and more, I'm like, oh shit, I didn't know he was on that. I didn't know, there's so many things I've found that way. Like, oh shit, I didn't realize. I love this guy's work on this book. I didn't know he worked on this other one. And then I look and I'm like, oh, I got all those in my collection too. I didn't even realize it. Same guy.
Yeah, he actually did a book on inking, but he also did one on penciling that I have in
Hmm.
my collection.
Yeah, I remember that.
Apparently, my friend, there's a new Dracula movie coming out at some point.
I heard something about that. I don't
Should
know.
should we should
Uh,
we risk showing some of the trailer?
sure, just stop it every couple seconds and we'll talk about it.
Okay.
My order has been
Fact,
studying this for 400 years.
feedback.
Very atmospheric, you know.
Yeah, for sure. A nice
Look at that.
castle. I love that. I
Yeah,
mean,
well, I
it's
mean,
all
you can build a castle with
CGI,
AI,
obviously.
right? I mean, or whatever
Well, that's what I'm saying.
in
It's either CGI or AI, but yeah,
CGI,
it looks
right?
like very impressive.
Hmm. I have not heard about this movie at all.
And you're the first to have captured a specimen
Yeah,
alive.
well, that's why I haven't said nothing because from what I've heard, it's kind of a poor imitation of um, Francis Ford Coppola's Dracula. Apparently, they're
Oh, okay.
basically taking almost the whole same story, which is not really, again, not a perfectly faithful representation of Bram Stoker's. Uh,
Yeah.
so yeah,
Well,
it is what it is.
when it comes to vampire stuff, I don't think you necessarily have to follow, it looks like the church here's trapped a live specimen here of one of his brides or victims, right? I do like this main actor that plays a priest here.
These creatures are the
Right,
result of
but
a
this is
divine
supposed to be.
curse. What exactly did I capture? A vampire.
You know that actor, don't you? The actor that's playing the priest there. You've seen him in a number of
No,
things.
yeah, I couldn't tell you his name right offhand, but yeah, I
Yeah.
know who he is.
He plays a good bad guy. He can play a good bad guy.
I think
I can't.
he's supposed to be Van Helsing in this one.
Oh, really? Okay.
A
Well, we'll see.
vampire.
Mhm.
For 400 years now, we've been looking for the source. Here you are.
There's a better look at him right there. Yeah, he's
Oh
been in a
yeah,
lot of stuff.
he played the Nazi guy in what was that Tarantino movie? Or no, it wasn't
Oh,
a Tarantino movie. Inglorious Bastards.
oh yeah. Okay. Just House Reno is finally Pale Rider in the house. Hey, Pale Rider, Shadowhawk, you have a cat when you open. Inglorious Bastards. Okay. Yeah, I've seen that, but it's been a while. That was with Brad Pitt, wasn't it? Um,
Hey, Pale Rider.
House Reno is finally
Yeah.
done. Yes. Is that what it's called? Shadowhawk, you have a cat. When
Huh?
you open can of tuna, does Cloudy appear like the Flash?
Oh yeah, every time
Yeah, every time. Yeah. Yeah, I
she
like
appears
this
out of
actor.
nowhere. It's like she teleports in like Nightcrawler, just she's right there.
He comes to find his princess.
Count Draco. Centuries ago, I asked God for one favor. I will fight in his name, but I ask him to spare my wife. He took my princess. Tell your God that until he brings me back my wife, my life no longer belongs to him. Pure souls can be reincarnated. Since then, I have lived on, waiting for her return. She's in danger. He's here.
I don't know. It's looking pretty wild so far there.
Hmm?
Almost
Like I
even
said,
like a
I'm not trying to judge anything. I've just heard a couple of like bad takes on it
uh-huh.
right off the bat. Right? It's like it's trying to be too much like Francis Ford Coppola's, but from what I've seen so far, I'll probably watch it anyway. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't see anything I hate.
Almost like a prosthetic here, like almost a Frankenstein look right here.
Yeah, no, man.
Let them come. If we succeed in destroying this demon, all those who he's bitten will be freed from the curse. God sent you here to kill me.
God sent me here to save you.
Mm.
Wow. So it says this winter, so yeah, out pretty quick. You can go at
Yeah,
Dracula Movie Official.
yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I think I didn't see anything in there that made me think it was, gonna be terrible. So I give it a shot.
House renovation finally done. Hmm. Oh, your house renovation is finally done. Okay. Yeah, we looked at Texas Dave's
Oh
yesterday.
yeah, Pale Rider wasn't Pale doing a bunch of renovations.
I think he mentioned it just briefly. I'd forgotten that he said he was doing renovation.
Yeah, I think it's been going on for a couple of months.
Well, hopefully, you can join us tomorrow
If
for
he
God's
stopped
Show.
going out in the yard and putting those pee holes in his yard all the time, he wouldn't have to keep renovating. But
Now, tomorrow will be the end of our advanced StreamYard. So I'm going to try EV Mux. You will probably have to go in, when you get home and I'll try and get it set up and see if you can come in on EV Mux because we know that Restream, your device does not work good for that.
no, well,
But
just
I'm going to try
send me the
EV
link or
Mux.
whatever, and then yeah,
Okay.
send me the link. I'll try to play with it. If you can send it to me early, Rex, I can goof around with it at lunchtime and see if it's gonna, let me hook up my camera and all that good stuff.
Right.
Um,
Yeah.
so
Ahead
that
of
way I
time.
can give you a heads up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
But
don't
now,
know what your schedule looks like. Are you late streaming, doing any draw streams tonight? What's going on you on your end?
I am supposed to go on Hump Day show on Omers. I probably won't make it because
Hump
I
day.
got so, I've got so much to do, man. I mean, I've got a lot to do. And going to be trying to do some stuff on the campaign. Um, sending out a update, and I've been working on that, and
Yeah.
been trying to,
Always good
you
to
know,
keep the updates going, people. Nobody's going to
Absolutely.
complain if you're late as long as you don't disappear.
Absolutely. People just want a heads up on what's going on. And, but I did
Now,
meet
I'm
with
never going to
Older a
get mad
couple.
at you because you're late, man. As long as you update me, show me some, page, show me some progress, let me know what's going on. You know, as
Yeah,
long as
that's
you do those updates, most people are not going to get mad at you. I think most people understand crowdfunding is it's crowdfunding, and
yeah,
you may not necessarily get, you know, every deadline like right dead on. You know what I
right.
mean? There's a
Well,
lot of stuff that goes on.
oh yeah, I mean, every campaign's a learning curve, even on the ash can. If I'd had my main artist, dealing with me, I
I
could
mean,
have got that
and
under.
look, there are things that are beyond our control. Look at what happened when Biden got
Right.
elected, and then all of a sudden he fucked up all the ports, and nobody could get paper, and it
Or
just like
or
completely
yeah,
trickled down to
Billy Tucci was wanting those cloth ribbons for his omnibus and couldn't
yeah,
get them.
he couldn't even get his goddamn ribbon.
Yeah, he was going to have to wait a
That's
month or two, and
yeah,
he didn't want to
that's
hold things
crazy.
up.
It's sad. All
But
right.
yeah, I reached out on Facebook like Doc. I reached out today to John Dillard to see what's going on with him. He owes me some work, and I see
Uh,
what's him. He ain't got back with me as at the start of this. I'm trying to be proactive. I've sent all the trading cards, like I say, to the printers, and I will be getting with her hopefully tomorrow. That's one reason I kind of want to get to bed early tonight because I was up late last night. I've done a lot today already, and but yeah, things are progressing. And tomorrow, like I say, I'll try and get you just as soon as I get that set up. Um, this is going to be a learning curve for me, EV Mux, you know. Uh, but tomorrow we'll still be on StreamYard. Um, and for the Godfather
okay.
universe, don't forget that at 7. So, um,
Yeah.
but yeah, the 19th, we'll be covering Dave Stevens on Friday, and I'm kind of glad that that's already baked in because we may have some learning curve on EV Mux. But just another stream service that Death Metal Hero use, and he likes it better than Restream. And I know it doesn't work with your device, so we'll try EV Mux and see how that goes. Maybe a disaster. We'll see.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm willing to try it and see what happens. I mean, I
yeah,
may get kicked every 4 seconds. You have no idea.
yeah,
Who knows? But
and
we'll give it a
if
shot.
that doesn't work, like we already got an offer. LZ said, I'll get you StreamYard for another month. So we'll we'll
Right.
we'll do
Well,
something.
and
We'll do
whatever.
something.
If nothing,
The show will go
chat.
on.
I will only poster now.
Well, uh, Carrie gets the last word. Says Binks, my youngest. Shadowhawk did the
All right.
same. When you open up
Spam
the
calls.
tuna, spam call. Well, I was about to say good night,
Yeah.
Gracie,
Sorry.
to the chat. We'll get out of here.
Good night, Gracie. Hello.
Really, that's
We
all you
love you.
got?
Thank you for thank you for coming in. We always love to see all you guys, and
Absolutely.
we love you.
Yeah, and you people watching over on Twitch, thanks for coming in. Hopefully, we'll see you again here tomorrow, 4 Central, every day, 7 days a week. Bow for now.
And